Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what I do for a living. Now, I was doing home inspections, and if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically I work for an agency that works for different insurance companies for like different homes and automobiles. And really I just went around taking photos and measurements and doing a report on homes. But that unfortunately has came to an end. I decided to go another route. What I do now is I am a Lyft driver. I've been doing Lyft for about 2 months. And to be honest, being a woman and doing Lyft is not as bad as some people may put it out to be. I've heard a lot of horror stories about, oh, there's creepy men out there and they're crazy and you never want to be in a situation that you can't get out of and this and that and the third. And yes, that is all true. Being a woman does put a little bit of risk on you, just being a woman in general, and men are a lot stronger and the whole nine. But I wanted to share with you guys my experience doing Lyft, and being that it's only been 2 months, I have a few experiences that I would like to talk about. So in most cases, I usually work at night just because in my area there's a lot more opportunities at night. I try to stick around like airports and like major areas, like let's say if there's like a game and they're letting out, I'll try to be around there so I can catch the people who are leaving the game to go home or to go out to eat or whatever the case may be. And so far I haven't came across anybody that has been disrespectful or rude or anything. Like everybody that gets in my car, they all seem to be pretty pleasant people. I've picked up men, women, families, you know, so I've had a variety of ethnicities also. And for me, I'm a people's person, so I can adjust to the scenery, I can adjust to people's personalities, and I also like to cater to each need. So like for example, some people don't like to listen to music on their way home and some people do. Some people like, you know, trap music, some people like gospel music, some people like country. And really the first thing when I get into my car, you know, I introduce myself and say, hey, my name is Whoop De Woo. If there's anything I can do to make this ride more enjoyable, please let me know. I'll ask them what their favorite radio station is, if they would like to listen to something. And for the most part, you know, they give me their answer. You know, if it's cold outside, I'll have the heat on for them and just make sure it's an enjoyable ride for each individual. But like I said, I haven't came across anybody that was, you know, rude or negative, but I have came across many women that are very interested in what I do. They ask me about my experience in Lyft, and I tell them the same thing that I'm about to tell you. They ask me what else I do. I usually tell them about my YouTube channel, so it's a good way to be, what is the word? It's a good way to like put yourself out there and give them business cards, have them subscribe to your channel or your blog or whatever you do. So that is also a plus. Let me see, when it comes to like my car and stuff, it hasn't really put any like major wear and tear. Like obviously I have to get more oil change than usual just because I'm always driving and on the go. I do try to keep my car clean as much as possible. I keep the air freshener in there. I try to make it a neutral smell so that it's not like overbearing. It's something that most people either just don't notice or it's like a pleasant smell to them. What else? Let me see. At one point I did have like mints and stuff, you know, or gum. I make sure to have chargers, like an Android charger and an iPhone charger, because you just never know if somebody needs to charge their phone. What else? Let me see. Let's talk about pay. So one thing that I really like about Lyft, and the thing that attracted me most to it, was that with Lyft compared to Uber, you can get paid the same day. I think they charge like 50 cents. You have to have like at least $5 or something like that. I could be wrong, but you have to have at least like $5 in order to take out the money. But basically they transfer it directly into your account. And for my bank, it takes about 15 minutes to transfer into my account, which is awesome. So let's say I make $200 in that night or whatever the case may be, I can directly deposit that amount into my bank account without any issues. And if once you make over a certain amount of money, they do offer like bonuses and you know, ways to make more money. There's also like ride share to where, how do I explain it? Oh, you know what? I have one negative thing. So they have this thing called ride share, and basically it's when somebody will request a ride and then somebody else will request to join the ride, and they'll be going usually in the same direction. The only problem that I have with that is that sometimes I would already have been picking up somebody and they're like in a rush to go home, and I would have to pick somebody else up, and they don't really give you the option on yes or no if you want to. Like if you can't make it, then you just obviously can't make it, but it does deduct from your score. And right now I have, I think, like a 4.9 score, or stars, or however they score it, which is a really good thing, even though I've been working only for 2 months. But like I said, like as long as you are a people's person and you know how to cater to each need, I think that it would be a great experience for anybody. But yeah, so that is really the only thing that I don't like, is the ride share and having to pick somebody up without necessarily getting the option to. I haven't really had anybody like with pets. Oh, and I guess there's another, like, not really an issue with me, but something that I'm kind of against. So a lot of times, well, not a lot, there's been several instances where I'm picking up a family and it'll be like, you know, a mom and dad and their baby, and they won't have like a car seat for their baby. Now, I don't know what the rules and regulations are, and I don't know if I can tell them, hey, you have to have this. But I wouldn't feel comfortable putting my child in a car without a car seat, especially if they're underage and can't wear a seatbelt. So me, I have a 2-year-old daughter, and if I'm gonna take a Lyft ride anywhere, I'm gonna take a car seat, just because like you're in a car, you don't know if that person is a good driver or not. So it's like you're really putting yourself and your child at risk. And I personally wouldn't do that, but to each his own, whatever your situation is. I'm not judging you if you do that. I'm just saying, me personally, I don't like doing it, and I would prefer not to give rides to people who don't have a car seat of some sort for their child. Now, I mean, I could just keep a car seat in the back for instances like that, but also, like I said, I work and I'm around the airport a lot of the time, so people have their like luggages and stuff, and I want to make sure that they have enough room for their luggage and not have like this big bulky car seat in the back to where they can't fit their luggage in there properly. So that is basically really my only 2 really big issues. Another thing I guess I can say is like in the San Francisco, well, the Bay Area in general, there's like tolls and stuff. It's not really an issue because the tolls are compensated through Lyft, but there's been times where it's like super awkward. Like in the beginning when I first started working, I didn't actually know that it was actually already compensated for the ride, and they would be like, well, do I pay for the toll or do you pay for it? And I'm just like, I'm not really sure. But one of the guys, fortunately, he looked it up and it was deposited into my, you know, my pay for the ride. So that worked out just fine. But in the beginning it was a little awkward because I was taking people, you know, through tolls and they didn't know whether to pay or not. So it was just like kind of awkward when they would ask. And as a driver, I should have known that already, but yeah, I ended up finding it out later. But overall, I really enjoyed my experience for Lyft. I hope and I pray that it continues to be an enjoyable experience. On another note, I do keep pepper spray in my car just in case anything were to happen. But like I said, I'm just hoping for the best. You never know what can happen, and so it's always good to have some type of protection on you, especially being a woman. But yeah, so far my experience has been great, and I just wanted to go ahead and share that with you just in case you are interested or already doing Lyft and you had a few questions. But yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, don't hesitate to ask. This is my beginning stage, but as I go along, I am going to have more experiences, and I will definitely keep you guys updated. Unfortunately, I don't have any like footage for you. I'll try on my next video or my next updated Lyft video. I'll try to have more like some footage of maybe some car rides or whatever. But yeah, for now, that will be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. We are doing big and better things, and I want you guys to enjoy my channel just as much as I do. If you guys have any suggestions, questions, comments, or anything, please don't hesitate to leave them down below. I will try to get to every comment and anything you guys have for me. But it is bye for now. I hope you guys have a great either day or night, whatever you guys are watching this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.